Hey YouTube family, this is Francie with Finding Joy, and we are on day 21 of 100 Days of Bible Promises. And this one, it kind of speaks to me. I think they all do. So let's hear what it's about. Day 21 out of 100. Are you content? If you were to close your eyes and think about your life today, would you say that you are content with where you are and with what you have? Most people would say, no, you don't know what I'm going through. Yet Paul, shackled in chains in prison cells, was content. No whining, no grumbling. But he wasn't able to be content by his own will. It was a state of mind he learned by drawing on God's power and strength. So while it may not seem easy, by Paul's examples and with God's help, it is entirely possible to be content in your life. Yes, exactly as it is. And then let's see. Here's some verses. 1 Timothy 6, verse 6. Godliness with contentment is great gain. And in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5. Keep your lives free from the love of money and be satisfied with what you have. God has said, I will never leave you. I will never abandon you. And then I want to come over to this one. This is usually my favorite one that's over on this side, and I don't know why. But, of course, it's in Philippians. Philippians and Colossians, favorite books. All right. I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret to being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do this through him who gives me strength. So that verse, we use that verse a lot. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. But look in the context of it, of course. And Paul was talking about being content. So in this situation, Paul was saying, I can be content because God gives me the strength to be content. And we use this verse to remind us that no matter what it is, whether it's contentment or something else we're working on, God will give us the strength to get through it. So that is a very powerful verse. So let's look down at the prayer. Lord, forgive my grumbling and lack of contentment with what I have. You haven't failed me yet. So I thank you now for blessing me so abundantly. So I wanted to turn the camera around on this one just to talk a little bit about contentment. And I know a lot of times I talk about what I want to do in my future, but I don't want you to believe it's not that I'm not content with what I have. I do hope I can travel one day, and I do want to make plans for that. But if it doesn't happen, I know God is always there to take care of me. And I'm very content with where I live. I'm content with my job. It is stressful. Teaching is always stressful, and teaching during a pandemic is just mounting on top of it. But all of us have that added stress of this pandemic. So I am content with what I have. I have too much stuff, and I constantly get rid of stuff. I have money that I can go and buy things and here and there, and so yes, I am content. I do dream of traveling, and so I don't know if dreaming means you're not content with where you are. I don't know, but for me, it's plans to become a minimalist and to be able to live on as little as possible, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Anyway, I'm very thankful for my children. I have 4 beautiful children and healthy children. So I'm very content and thankful, very thankful for that. And I really like where I am right now. I like being in Florida. I like my job. The people that I work with are really nice. As far as frustrations with the job, it is what it is. It's teaching. So I just wanted you to know that I know I talk about, hopefully getting a van in the future and building out to a camper. And it's not that I'm not content with the car that I have. My goal is to give the car that I have to my daughter. So in order to do that, I have to get another car. And So since I have to get another car, I'm going to get a van. So it's not that I'm not content with what I have. My daughter needs a car, and that's kind of the plan for her to be able to have one right now. So I just want to talk about that because I don't want you to think that I'm not content with where I am right now in life. I am, and I do plan for the future of traveling, and hopefully I can do small trips. And that's my plan right now, is just to get out there and do small trips. So y'all be blessed and have a wonderful day, wonderful week. And I pray that you can find joy in something, anything. Just find joy and be blessed.